We drained our battery and it's dead. So we had to go out to the store. We got a brand new deep cycle 12 volt RV battery. We bought a battery charger. We tested it with that before actually buying the new one. When we bought the new one, it came fully charged. We tested it just to make sure, and sure enough, it's fine. So this one little light outside, it shorted out, moisture got in it, water got in it or something like that, so we had to replace that. We tried to order it, we couldn't find the right thing. We ordered about a half a dozen wrong things first, and then finally we found this one on Amazon. Even though it wasn't exact and we had to re-drill new holes in it to mount it, it worked, so we had to replace that. Unfortunately, the wiring to get to it are up in this little cabinet right here, see them in the dark, so I had to unscrew the bottom panel and get to the wires, let them down, and then we had to, install it up on the roof. But all said and done, that worked, so that project also got done. And again, sitting outside in the Florida sun for so long, some of the paint was looking pretty faded, so we spray painted these tire wells, the battery cover, the LP cover, the whole front trailer, the stabilizers, the door for the water heater. We wanted to do the back bumper and some other things, but we didn't get to that yet, but maybe we will at some point. And even though this is not specifically an RV project, it's something that needed to get done. So as you may or may not know, we have this little cute bird. We call her Chicken. We've had her for about a year and a half now. So we had built a coop for her, and we have had her in that, and we've traveled with her in the van in that, but we leave it outside, and so it got warped, and in the rain and everything, and the humidity, it's gotten mildewy and stuff. So we needed to do something else. So I noticed that she likes to fly in the dog's food bowls. We had had a cage for her that she refused to go into, so I spray painted it a darker color so that maybe she wouldn't notice it as much. And I bought a silicone tray, the same material as the dog bowls, and I set it inside to see if we could coax her in. First couple of times did not go well, but I stopped feeding her in the bathroom in her old tray, and finally she decided to get a little close enough that she would start eating out of the new tray in the new cage. Notice how her whole body is not yet in the cage. That was not at first going to happen. However, after a day or two of her getting used to it, then she started going actually all the way into the cage to eat her food. I pushed her water in the back. If you're wondering what the Q-tips in the side of the cage are all about, in the bathroom where she usually lives, she would make a nest in the Q-tip box, so we just gave it to her. And then finally, we were able to get her to go into the cage and actually put the door on and close it. She's a little nervous when you pick up the cage and bring it in and outside, but if we put a towel over it, she'll go in and out, and she loves being outside and sitting in it on a picnic table while we're outside, and she was able to travel for 2 weeks in the back of a van in this cage successfully.